it's a mental reset completely. So it's like using your lunch break to just turn off for that hour, you know, not look at a screen for an hour and really like think about what happened or what can I do without a screen there.
When you're at the gym, do you think about the players who have wronged you in that recent scrim set and sort of like get at your aggression, pretend that they're sort of a punching bag?
You know, I can't comment.
Okay.
It's no, I don't. You try to think as little as possible about what you're doing for work, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so as a freelancer, our lives can be all over the place.
Goodness me.
Is the structure good for you? That's what I found was really good. If I got up and went to the gym, I felt like there was something in my control.
You're a morning gym
The
goer,
world
right?
of freelance. Yeah, I'm a morning. I get up at like 7 o'clock when I am going to gym. I get up like at crack of dawn, have my protein shake on the way to the gym, then go to the gym.
Oh, that's something I've discovered is you've sort of your vegan up and goes.
Yep.
They're a great replacement for a meal for the first sort of 90 minutes. And then after that, my goodness, they will wreak havoc on your digestive system.
I don't want to get too much into the vegan because it is a different subject. But like, do you go at the same time every single day?
Not every single day, but I have like early morning 2 days a week and then late night 2 days a week.
And when do you work out better?
I can lift more in the mornings, but at nights it's probably more useful because then I'm switching off from like this stressful day you've had or whatever. You know, in the morning when you do it, it sort of sets you up to have a good day, but it's not that same decompress. And I feel like my nights are still more stressful. Yeah.
And so, just as we wind up this segment, I've found that people that go to gym kind of change. Like beforehand, they're just normal people, like they're fine. They start going to gym, they start watching self-talk, motivational videos, they start posting about their progress, not looking at any OPL pros, but, you know, Swiper, you're a big culprit of this. Andrew Ray, shut up about your running. So, like, are you one of those people now that, now that you have been to the gym for maybe 3 months, like, you obviously know everything there is to know. You're giving diet advice, like, how are you going as a guru?
You know what? You know what it is for me? It's the biggest change for me I've noticed is the Discover feed on your Instagram, where it just shows you more and more pictures.
Things you might like.
It's things like where the computer tries to guess the things you want to see. Now for me, it's all just like dudes like dropping weights dangerously in gyms. That's what it's worked out for me. It's like all I want to watch is people failing at the gym now.
Failing? Oh, so you've gone the opposite way. Now you want people to feel worse.
Well, no, it's just so funny. You watch people who forget to put the stabilizer on the ends of their when they're doing on the end of the bar, and they just sort of lift it, and then all the weights fall off, or like people who lift too much and then they like fall back. I mean, it's great comedy.
You know what I can't watch though is any leg press.
Oh,
it just that terrifies
stresses you
me.
out.
It just feels like their legs are gonna break.
Yeah,
Even if you can do it, I can't watch it.
Yeah, it's no good.
Well, I feel healthier already. Unfortunately, we do have some League of Legends to get to, so we're going to throw it over to the Macca's Champ Select, where Pulse and Ejim are ready for Avant versus Mammoth.
Thank you, Spawn. Yeah, we've got the hot seat next to me today, where you and Rusty will just be swapping in and out. So I got you for this one, and it does actually have implications.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, Mammoth actually do want this win. Otherwise, there is a chance where Bombers actually take the second place from them, which is no good.
And that's the thing, right? Like, the story of the Super Week has been, like, who is getting into the gauntlet. Like, the 3 or 4 teams, Direwolves, locking themselves, Gravitas now out, that have been fighting over those couple of spots. But they kind of mentioned it on the couch. AV, the game that matters for them today is versus Order, because the head-to-head is still tied between them at 1-1. Even if they do take down Mammoth, Order can potentially catch them later, which means playoff implications for them is nothing. But Mammoth, yes, certainly, they have a single-point lead right now, 14 to Bombers 13. So a single victory today, they have AV and Legacy, does lock them in that second seed. Until Chiefs got the victory yesterday, they were still potentially fighting up there, but unfortunately that is a little bit out of reach now. But this game, certainly momentum going into the back end of the season for both of these guys.
Yeah, it would require 2 Bombers wins today, however. And they also played the Chiefs later, so it's no small task for Bombers to make that run, but it's possible. You know, what a crazy end to the split where Mammoth basically hold first, last, second, and then at the very last minute get knocked down to third. And Bombers just sneak in second.
Because, like, when you have been speaking to the Chiefs, to the Mammoth, to basically anyone that isn't Direwolves and Bombers, like, they have been some of the most, like, underrated teams in this split, right? Like, significant changes in the start going into it, and everyone's like, yeah, Direwolves now, they are looking to get good. Like, Bombers, of course, they get good by the end of the season, so yeah, there certainly is the ramp here, and it's coming online in this Super Week.
Absolutely. Game number 2, and yeah, Avant banning away the Aurelia, Vlad, and Yumi, and first picking the Azir. Yeah, and I just wonder how hard Avant are going to go in this game, right? Like, probably not going to show anything, because obviously their game later up against Order is going to be their game of the day. So if they're going to bring anything interesting out, which I would say Avant of all the teams, you know, probably a team that would be hiding something. Probably not going to bring it out in this game, but Camille, Corki, and Zillion taken away, and Lovers Duo going to be straight locked here by Mammoth.
Yeah, standard stuff already. Azir blind pick with no Trist ban does kind of scream out to me somewhat. We haven't seen the most Trist in the OPL, but that was kind of her rise to fame in the Azir Corki matchups and stuff like that. When thinking about these two teams yesterday, AV, they held on for a very long time versus Direwolves. You know, that was a lengthy game, a couple of Barons, one got stolen by Miru over the wall. But kind of the story was the overforce in the early game. This will be our second time with Chenchuan in the bottom side, linking up with Gunkrab, of course. It is going to be the Kai'Sa Nautilus locked in already, and they did play the Nautilus yesterday. So kind of looking for a little bit more of a stable early game going up against a Mammoth who they just bopped Order yesterday. Triple just one-hit Swiffer on the Kiana and takes over that game. These are certainly coming into form.
Yes, he is, and you also think back to yesterday, and that was the hook off cooldown Chenchuan Nautilus in the bottom lane, so we'll see if he has tempered his aggression any in the last 24 hours or so. Mammoth picking up the Aatrox and also banning away the Gangplank. I've been seeing a bunch of that really just in the OPL and also a bit overseas as well these last weeks.
Yeah.
And it will be an Akali ban as well here towards Mammoth.
Aatrox locked in, of course. Always important to note when Mammoth play, it is going to be Fudge in the top side of this game.
Yep.
For second time this Super Week on your screen right now. The Gentle Giant. Incredibly intimidating in the top lane.
In-game or out-of-game? Both.
Bit of both. But yeah, second phase ban still coming into fruition. Got to be the jungle pool hit on. That makes sense, given they haven't locked in anything of their own. Mammoth do have the first pick out of this ban phase, but given the champions so far, Sejuani not super high priority, and denying that from AV. It's a huge bonus.
Yeah, no Sejuani, no Gragas either. Still a lot of junglers available though. Samus as well, also open for solo lane or jungle if teams want it. Yeah, Gragas taken away, obviously massive Gragas game last game. And yeah, Mammoth now looking towards solo lanes and jungle here. Probably looking towards jungle first,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Most likely something like the Jarvan. Thinking about Babib's champion pool, Lee Sin, probably unlikely, stuff like that. But oh, okay, no. Going in the other direction, we saw only on the Chiefs have a monster game yesterday. Babib looking to do exactly the same thing. He has priority. He has engaged from his lanes already, so perfect situation to lock down the Phantom Menace down there in Karthus. And
The Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace. That's a Star Wars thing, right? I didn't even know. I just went Phantom like TFT, and he's a menace.
Yeah.
But
No,
is
it's
that
Star Trek.
Star Trek?
No,
No,
it's
you're...
Star Wars,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah. I'm not a Star Wars fan, so I don't know if you could tell. That was just unlucky, I guess.
Yeah. Just double down, man. You know,
Yeah,
just double down. Avant Gaming going to be picking up the Rek'Sai we were just talking about, and hovering the Olaf, locking
Okay.
the Olaf, solo and Olaf,
Solo lane?
Rek'Sai.
Yeah. Solo
Solo
lane
lane Olaf.
Yeah, 100%. Chippy's been a while since he's played this one. We have seen it before. Potentially looking at that Aatrox matchup and wanting to get things done. When you take a look at the champions they locked in, right? It was like the blind pick Azir, Kai'Sa. These are very good scaling options. They can just chill for the entirety of their game, but there is a bunch of proactivity, and when you show that Karthus early, yeah, the immediate Olaf, the immediate Rek'Sai, they can get things done at the drop of a hat here, and AV certainly taking it to Mammoth.
Yeah, I personally have not cast solo lane Olaf in quite some time, but I remember back when Olaf was a thing in solo lanes pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Just runs at you with axes, level 2 pressure.
about
And this
the,
is also
Varus?
a Varus mid lane. Been a while since I've casted the Varus in
Yeah.
the solo lane as well, but also not completely alien. Have seen it, you know, seasons past.
Yeah, yesterday King picked it up and he had a lethal tempo, and we were like, okay, it's going to be Legolas, but actually went into just a
Into
standard
Caitlyn,
build
yeah.
into Caitlyn. Mid lane, though, with TP, I am expecting this to be some iteration of Ghostblade, Dustblade, Edge of Night if he wants it, all of the lethality items, and just shooting things from very far away. Because if you look at Mammoth's composition, like it seems very annoying to play into. Like, you lock in Azir, you lock in stuff like the Kai'Sa, and it's like, okay, our range is good. Like, we can just go standard front to back, but then Karthus can hit you without return. Varus can do exactly the same thing, so It may be a frustrating one, but interesting for the second game of the day.
Never really looked at Varus before, but he literally has like layers of abs and like a perfect Dorito shape. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
he's a Dorito.
Yeah, he
I heard
works
about-
out of the gym.
I heard about the X recently. It's not about the Dorito,
X?
it's about the X. Because you get thick quads, and then you've got like broad
Right.
shoulders, broad quads, and then your waist is small, and then it's not just the Dorito triangle.
Huh.
It's the X.
I've never heard of the X before.
Yeah.
We've got Fansix joint. Have you ever heard of the X before? We're talking about Varus right now and how he has the Dorito
He's
shape,
jacked.
but you're looking for the X shape.
I have never heard that term, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Bryce is making it up.
Alright, what? Oh, sure thing.
We'll have to ask Hingers because apparently he's the gym monkey now. But yeah, coming into this game, obviously a game that you guys want because you do want to try and lock second here.
Yeah.
Do you feel a lot of threat? Because there's only few possibilities where Bombers actually take second from you guys.
Yeah. I mean, because I think Bombers only have one game left to play today.
They
Or-
have.
They have two. They play
Oh, they have
Direwolves
two, yeah.
and
So-
then they
so
play
next
Chiefs
game.
as well.
Yeah, they have two very good chances of dropping a game, and then we have Legacy after as well, so
Yeah.
it's the chances are slim, but
Yeah.
of course we still want to get this win under our belt.
Yeah, 100%. And also like momentum going into the back end of the season.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I feel like you kind of mentioned it before, but I want to ask directly, like, what are you thinking of the Direwolves now? Like, this isn't in this game, but that performance from Raze, I think, was a pretty big one. Are you scared of them trying to like make a run up the gauntlet towards the end of the season?
They've definitely improved a lot, and they've found their footing as a team. I think. Yeah, they were struggling earlier, but I think they've found their identity really, and yeah, they're shaping up to be a good team. But I still think if the gauntlet goes the way of like Bombers third and Darwell's fourth, I believe I still think that should go Bombers' way.
Yeah, okay.
But like it's definitely a lot closer than it would be a lot closer than I originally thought. Yeah.
And what do you think their identity is? You were saying like they've found their identity. What,
Oh,
what
I
do
just
you-
think
how would you s- yeah.
Yeah, well, Gatsuru's been playing really consistently, so
Yeah.
making sure he has a good game. I think Bio's actually been performing a lot better on carries than he used to be as well. He used to play the game a lot more, by the book, but now he's actually trying to do a couple more
Open
things.
things up, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and somewhat off topic. Last time I spoke to you on the broadcast, you were challenger in TFT. You still playing? What's your rank?
I'm taking a break because
end of season. More important
it's
things.
end of
Okay.
season, yeah.
Okay,
But
fair
yeah,
enough.
I'll be back in the off season.
Spoken like a true coach. For on air. And yeah, I just want a final prediction for you between Order and Avant because that's the hot
Ooh.
topic today.
Yeah, I believe this game doesn't even matter like for AV, right? Because
Yeah, no,
Correct. Yeah.
yeah, because they verse each other and then it decides the head-to-head.
It's literally
so,
best of one, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Order because of the just the the way they've been. I think Order have if like Dials was one thing about finding identity, but I think Order have also really found their identity as well. I think it's helped them a lot because they're just like sticking to a one like defined style.
Yeah.
And it's I guess it's like it's much easier to judge like how well you're doing if you're just playing. the
Like
same
you're a
way.
known quantity.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like
Exactly.
you need stability
Yeah.
for like a foundation to be able to build
Yeah.
off and like seeing that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to give it to Order. AV still, they look a bit shaky still.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And I guess this rest of the game we'll probably see that. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, best of luck.
Thank you.
I like that. I like getting the hot takes.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
We have, I think we have another game before Order of Avant as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
gonna
have
be the
Bombers
fourth one.
Direwolves. Direwolves again. Yeah, so maybe gets a Soul Strikes prediction in there as well.
Just go down the ladder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak to every coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's the big matchup today, It's the biggest thing that can change now that Direwolves picked up the first game of the day. And yeah, getting into this one, obviously, Mammoth would like this this win because it would completely lock out Bombers from taking their second place away from them. Yeah, we've been looking at this bottom lane. We saw Karthus come in, gank them, toss down a single Skittle, and then
Yeah.
walk away.
The old Q gank,
Yeah.
nothing else.
Yep. And it looks like he's currently either taking Crab.
Yeah. Dragon not yet spawned.
Yeah, another minute.
So,
till that one spawns.
Yeah, certainly on the drag. We are kind of confirmed triple the rune choice. Comet being picked up by the Varus means he's absolutely going for the Legolas build. Mid lane, the other matchup to note is really this Olaf, right? And the split jungling, the vertical jungling, as it's otherwise known, Babip with bot priority path into AV's side of the map and takes away a couple of camps, and Miru does exactly the same thing. Does kind of skew things a little bit, and we were kind of mentioning it in Champions, so like yesterday, Chen Xuan was just like hook after hook after hook, Now he knows his jungler is like, no, like I'm invading their top side.
Yes.
Like you have no help on the map. We can see that curbed already somewhat, and due to that, Atazaya Rakan pretty oppressive. Ignite and heal already burn off a cheeky little trade we saw while Fantix was still here. So a CS lead is accruing down there, but it did give Chippy some time up here. Been pushing in Fudge and looking to force a recall, but did get some nice vision in the enemy top jungle.
Yeah, early Olaf, hell of a champion if you haven't played it. This
Yeah.
this is some primo cheese if you see it nowadays.
It's like Tryndamere without 50-50 coin flip in the game at level 2.
yeah.
It's like just better Tryndamere.
Yes, it's Tryndamere with a little bit of skill sprinkled in, but it's basically Qmax early, like your level 1, 2, 3, 5 spike,
Yeah.
and you just like chain axes at your opponent, and you clear waves like a monster.
At the same time, like not a lot of solo laners, and the ones that do are generally lane bullies that like hit the wave and you at the same time fairly reliably, right? So that was an axe that went through every single minion, all 6, and it hits Fudge in the face.
And there's no damage drop-off. There's very few abilities that don't have damage drop-off. Shock just seeing BABIP in the mid lane. But yeah, basically you just run at your opponent. If you catch them early, if they're trying to ward or something, or you catch them like defending a jungle entrance, you can easily half-health them. The only gate for Olaf is mana, which is why you'll see a lot of people go for Corrupting Potion to actually get that early mana. Like back when mana potions were a thing, you would actually stack mana potions and you would just charge up your opponent.
Yeah. It's one of those top laners that every now and again you load into a solo queue game and there's that one trick that starts with like 3 Reju beads and a health pod. It's like one of those sort of weird scenarios. Infernal Dragon, not going to be the Cloud Dragons today, but Flash.
Chantron not quite hitting the Q, but still following up right into the hands of 3 members of Mammoth. Kind of just expect that to go better than they did, but barely a scratch on any of those Mammoth members, and that will be a kill and first blood, in fact, over to King.
Yeah, looked for the re-engage. Flashes away from Destiny, but when you already blow the summoner, the hook hits a wall. That is disastrous territory, and yeah, Karthus with the Dark Harvest does so much damage. King just free hitting on the backlines and already taken down. And I just mentioned it before it happened. This is the Infernal Dragon spawn, and with a member dead on the bot side, Mammoth going to look for it. Miru could look for steal potential, but he doesn't have any vision.
He has Flash and Tunnel. This will be a 50-50, and
BABIP's
Babbitt is still taking damage from this one. Has to back away. Where's the smite? It goes over to Miru off of the smite auto attack. He falls for the pleasure as Babbitt was now juking up the river, but this is 5 members now, and Chippies doesn't want to burn Flash, but has to, wishing he could take the Rek'Sai tunnel.
Yeah, unfortunate. TP gets him into the pit, and Flash will get him out. So Mammoth lose the objective. AV walk away with something, but fairly big expenditure. You can see about 1,000 gold lead. Varus didn't leave mid, so he's just been able to push that one in. Shock having to recall. Topside fairly even as well, and given those kills going over to the bot side on the map from Mammoth, but yeah, certainly a comeback play there from AV, locking down an Infernal Dragon away from a comp with like Karthus. Straight AP value so useful. Varus can be exactly the same thing. That's actually a pretty big steal here for Miru.
Yeah, it was kind of just miscommunication across the board from Mammoth. No one was tanking for Bab, and he was like, well, I'm low. I literally take an auto attack from Dragon and I die. So he has to back away. Moves out of kill threat range and gives up the Dragon. So yeah, first Infernal to AV. Not bad.
It's kind of one of those things where you want everything and walk away with nothing.
Yeah,
Destiny and King are like, oh, like we this is our Dragon. We've already done the work. We can get the fight as well. They look for the 2 versus 2, and BABIP's like,
anybody?
Guys, okay, well, there's a Rek'Sai here. He just autos it a couple of times and has the chop. That knock-up's going to land.
Yeah, just on the edge, and it would be a straight-up kill. King walks in there, collects his second, and Chenchuan just has to go back to tower.
Yeah, and he burnt the flash. On surface level, you're like, why did King flash forward? But he goes and gets the immediate auto attack. Level 6 was dinged by Gunkrab, I think just as the W connects from Rakan. I'd love to take another look, because if that was the play, the reaction time to immediately then commit, whilst Gunkrab has to hit Control R, right? He has to level up that ulti to get himself out. That is actually insane.
Yeah, I would love to see that one again for sure, but incredible stuff in the bottom lane. 2v2 kill at that.
And now CS lead is 30.
Monstrous, yeah. Top lane, BABIP looking for this lane gank. Keep in mind, Chippy does have Ragnarok, no flash though. Depends how far. I mean, we know Olaf's going to push here, but whether he sticks around is another question.
That Q very nearly hit the bush. Right. He has some idea right now. He's going to Q it. Yeah. Fudge a little bit too far away there to be able to lock that one down. Unfortunately, he was like trying to go for the bait that Chippies didn't opt into, right? It's like, I'm going to blow all my Qs on the wave. That's Olaf's trigger to just axe me in the head and run me down, but Yeah, ex-MVP of the OPL chippies. Big brain top
Yeah.
laner able to sniff that one out.
You actually saw the chunk damage just off of that single kill on Scarf as well. You know, I don't believe a situation where it's a 1v2 and he doesn't get a kill, but let's see that one again.
Yeah, okay, so take a look at Gunkrab, level 16, literally as the knock-up, and yeah, exactly that. King flashes into the minion wave to be able to lock down that last auto attack. That, like, those are the small things that really impress me. That was, that's a nuts 2 versus 2.
Destiny sees Chenchuan moving back towards lane. Miro looking for the big wraparound gang for the opening up onto King. Dodges it out with a Feather Storm and Babbit triple moves from the mid lane shot. Going to be a little bit delayed to this one as Carter's also been coming through. Going to weaken out Gunkrab, but he's rooted. Brings up the shield. Backing away to tower. Oh, flash into Wall of Pain. Here comes King as well to finish it off. Goes into the stopwatch. Anyone got the damage? Babbit does. Skittle, fadeaway kill. 2 more kills to Mammoth.
Yeah, and bot side of the map is a disaster for AV. They look for that one, Miro with a very deep flank, but Mammoth, once again, they have the read. Multiple members rotate down the river. Wall of Pain, CC galore from Destiny, and King hits all the buttons. Featherstorm gets him to safety. They clean house. Zaya Rakan, the Lovers Duo, get the cheeky extra back as well, so the efficiency on the turret chip here, and they get the recall. That's a 3-0-2 Kai'Sa, or Zaya rather, with a 40 CS lead. And Ninja Tubby, he does so much damage and takes absolutely none.
And now looking at top lane once again. Yeah, good amount of CS opened up here by Chip. He's just virtue of the matchup. But yeah, it's all happening bottom side. Karth is picking up 2 kills off the backside of those trades as well. And aside from the Infernal Dragon, you know, this is like a near-on perfect game here for Mammoth in terms of distribution, how this early game has gone. Another 40 seconds until next Infernal. Shocker's going to actually stop this recall here from Triple. That's very annoying.
Yeah, kind of sat on it for a second or two. He's like, okay.
Oh, Gunkrab. I mean, he's just by himself bottom lane while Chenchuan's off warding. And that's, yeah, real unfortunate. Yet another kill into that bottom lane.
Yeah, and that was just a big mistake there. Burns the heal, gets knocked up anyway, and take a look at the ulti CDs from Zaya Rakan. They had nothing, so must have stepped way too far forward. Gets punished. Destiny and King are very good at doing that thing where Zaya sits in lane, and obviously Rakan has that extra E range when she is in the game. And you kind of like bait out the 1 versus 1. The 80 carries are just taking pot shots. Kai'Sa obviously needs to step up a little bit to land the Q, and then all of a sudden Rakan just comes flying in from Fog of War. And good night goes the Kai'Sa, so Gunkrab falls down again. Second Infernal Dragon being started now.
It looks like Mammoth should be able to secure this. Miro looks for it. Yeah, ward over the wall into Prey Seeker. Wasn't there soon enough to try for the Burrow gank or Burrow steal once again. So this one will go to Mammoth for getting another Infernal Dragon. Chenchuan.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't try it. Yeah. Thinks about it. Bot lane not there.
Yeah.
The instincts go, maybe not. Moves towards the mid lane and will once again group up with Miru.
He also just swag walks away. Like default Nautilus skin, he's just thumping around. He's just like, you know what I mean? He's really got the shoulder sway going on. Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah, big fan. So yeah, it's once again, you know, second game we're seeing on the stage here from Chenchuan. 0-5. You know, yesterday was a very similar scoreline, and it's not like, you know, 0-1, just like a semi-lost lane. It's like a big loss, you know, and like you can definitely put that down to like jungle intervention, how like bottom lane fights went, but like there's also like 2 versus 2 kills, you know, like straight up in the 2 versus 2. It's just not gone their way. That being said, yes, you are playing into Destiny and King in the mid lane. Criminal's just straight up dead. Simple gank there.
Is it going to be enough Dark Harvest? Yeah, okay.
Level 1 ultimate, only 200 damage plus scaling.
Yeah, he's actually a level down on the Karthus, even CS with Mira on the rec side, so... Not the one we saw yesterday, but a very nice kill there. AV have spent a considerable amount of their resources going towards the mid lane when Chenchuan just didn't check that tri-bush with the Zaya Rakan in it. He did just wander back mid, and they've been trying to attack Varus for a little while, so Flash burnt earlier in the bot fight, I believe, and Shock has the advantage, knowing that he's able to secure it. Very nicely played. Getting the Azir ahead of the curve is definitely a good time. Solo lane is right now for AV. I'm looking okay.
Yeah, not too bad. It's really just the bot lane pressure that's coming out here. 3-0-3 on the Zaya. I believe it was the Zaya playing into AV yesterday, I want to say, as well. That just got out of control. Yeah, that's nigh on perfect farm. 140 at 14 minutes. With 400 gold bounty on her head. Yeah, 2.5 items. Very close actually to 2 items straight up. And I mean, look at Gunkrab, you know, like barely an item.
And this is the map state that dictates that, right? Like, you can see missing ping on the Kaiser's head right now. Mammoth are like, why is he still down bot? And it's because he just offers nothing to a fight right now. He needs to hit Manamune. He needs to be hitting the Gwynsus before he deals damage. And it is a little bit late. Normally, you think about the 10-minute lane switch. People walk up to Ripped Herald. 14:30 means the plating is already gone, but Mammoth go for the flip, and AV, they're happy to give it some time. They won't contest anything. Mid lane, though.
Yeah, flash ult route, and he's just straight up dead. Babip walks in, hits it with the Skittle. Miru gets a kill in return, though, as Babip's still backing this one away, and finds his second kill of the fight. Fudge teleports into the mid lane.
Yeah.
2 kills to Mammoth.
Not the member you want to be giving kills to, though. Karthus cleans up another double off the back end of a skirmish here, and Gold Lead explodes to 6,000. Rift Herald now being taken, and yes, the Varus now being picked on time and time again by AV, but Babip is turning into a little bit of a monster here.
Yeah, and starting off early, we had a Karthus game yesterday with level 2 Karthus at about 5 minutes, so that was not fun, but then turned it all around, and this time it's just Karthus very much ahead in the driver's seat, has the Herald buff and 4 kills this early on, probably has a fair chunk of change to spend back at base in a hot second.
Yeah, his items right now don't look like a 4-0 Karthus items with 100 CF. He's,
yes.
Babip has the fattest wallet in the OPL right now. He's having a good time.
Yeah, luckily no one can steal it away. You think there's ever going to be a champion who's able to steal money from people, like a pickpocket ability?
Nah, I think, like, Riot isn't about, like, the anti-fun mechanics. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, taking onus away. They give people power, but, like, removing gold from you sounds like something that just isn't fun for anyone. Like,
true. Ooh.
Yeah.
Not quite catching Babip. Yeah, because of course
gold,
removed the deny, yeah, 6k gold right there. Denied the denial mechanic from
from like
Gangplank
GP,
back in the day.
with Raise Morale,
Then again, you know, and also removing like RNG, like crit, and then brought it back in with and then brought it back in with Dragon.
Yeah. It's standardized though, somewhat, but yeah, I don't know, I can't see it.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Gold leads though, we mentioned it. Babip did spend 2.6k, and the observers have toggled on and off because we've been changing topics, but take a look at the Xayah down there. 8,000 to 4.8. That is a monumental lead, and it is also a tier user, so Gunkrab is a while away from spiking. 2 items completed, plus the boots, I believe, for Ping. Mid-turret breaking means the entire outer ring is going to go down, and Mammoth are going to have the entire map to play with approaching Baron territory.
Yeah, and practically that tower was already dead before Shelly had a crack at it, but regardless, we'll go down here. And that's, yeah, you're absolutely right. The outer ring completely smashed. And with 1 second left on the Infernal, just spawning, walking up to it. Yeah, luckily AV got the first one, otherwise this would be triple right here. Miro jumps over the wall, tries for the steal, secured by Babip, and they get themselves a jungler on top of that as well. Not too shabby. This is now double Infernal with a Karthus who is about to hit 11, who has 4 kills.
And it's one of those times where, as Miru, like, you kind of just have to go for that play.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're never going to win a fight at this point in game, and Infernal makes the game infinitely harder as you get after the 20-minute mark. So, yes, it sucks to just tunnel in and look like an idiot as you get CC'd and died. But certainly, that is the right move there. Absolutely would be opting in. And if you get the steal, that's a miracle. Maybe you can come back. But, yeah, unfortunately, Mammoth playing it slow. Pink Ward deny the vision. Miru just has to kind of guesstimate as he goes in over and gets cleaned up off the back end.
Just feels like one of those games where, you know, Karthus is going to rock up to the base. You know, he has like 3 items and he presses R, and then everybody's half HP, and it's like, well, this is a free siege.
The pre-team fight ulti. That, there was that, like, after a Chiefs game weeks ago where Raze and Only, like, if you listen to the Chiefs comms on their social media, they're arguing, like, no, like, I should hold the ulti for kill. Like, no, you should just use it before the fight. Raze is just like, Morello's, like, you deny all the healing. This could just be that game where it's like Morello's gets hit, like, level 11, 4-0. This is just pre-team fight, press the R button, and it's like full HP versus half HP, 5 members. That'll be a landslide.
Getting caught on the wall pain right there. It's funny because I can fully see both sides of that argument, right? You maximize damage by ulting before a fight, but afterwards, you know, like, you maybe dissuade someone from going in a little bit further because they are low HP, and then you secure afterwards with the card.
You also get, like, the Dark Harvest stacks, you know? You're also a carry jungler that just wants kills. Like, kills are fun. Talking about,
kills are
like, stealing gold, fun. Killing people, that's also a good time in League of Legends.
That's true. Let's jump back towards Babip. Are you an ult first or ult later, Karthus?
I mean, I don't play Karthus, but as a support main, I would ult first.
Yeah.
I do it for the boys.
Yeah. Bring Carver support, man. That's what I'm doing.
Please no.
Bring back mage support. Grand Zyra.
Oh, and the smite.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey.
You see, Destiny had a good time. Bit of a weird one.
Yeah, I honestly didn't. Yeah, there was a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, it spikes so quickly and so
Yeah.
jankily. It doesn't like regen
At a
rapidly.
linear
It's
pace.
just like heal, heal, heal. Just it's like Alan and Steve.
Yeah.
Just with a HP bar.
Yeah, but single target damage from the Carthus, big old 450 damage out from the Skittle. We'll be able to secure it. And Carthus is just ripping through his jungle right now. I feel like he's going back only in big increments of gold.
Yeah.
Where you can actually like pick a huge amount up. Yeah, 2 minutes until next dragon. Baron has just spawned as well. So a lot of it's warded here pings coming out from AV, which that was basically the whole river, and they are correct. That whole river is warded. Triple control wards coming down here from Mammoth.
Yeah, and a couple of things happened, right? The last 2-3 minutes, Mammoth just been playing in AV's jungle, and that has accounted for what is now a 40 CS lead for that Carthus. They just want the control around Baron, so no fighting, nothing to fight over. But Carthus just based, and he was thinking about the Morellos, like, yeah, maybe I'll upgrade my Oblivion Orb, but no, maybe now thinking about the decap. He's got enough gold, and he's just like, yeah, okay, give me straight AP values. The efficiency there with the Infernal Dragon will be enormous, and AV, this is going to be the hardest point of the game. Baron will just get absolutely shredded by all of the damage Mammoth have. Hero now trying to get something of his top cams.
This feels bad. Grump's taken away from him. Destiny looks for the knockup. Miru will just burrow away, sadly, to his ally in the top lane after losing his Grump. And yeah, Oblivion Orb, one of those funny items where if you don't need the healing cup, you don't even need to transform it into a Morello. You just sit on it for the pen. Just go somewhere else.
Pen is nice. Certainly is. The one matchup we really haven't talked about much this game is this Olaf into the Aatrox. Now having a long lane to play in probably does feel alright, but just given the amount of global gold, given how far behind AV is, like Chippy's yesterday, like the game was he is ahead, does he have time? And due to the nature of the early game, like couldn't get a lot of pressure done like an Olaf wants to in the laning phase, right? Like the Rek'Sai couldn't afford to be going top and looking for those ganks to pressure and continue that one forward, so has just kind of been a farm fest between the Aatrox, between the Olaf. Of course, Chippies is up 20 CS lead, done well to secure himself that, and now actually will just be getting a turret. So is getting things done on the Olaf, but time is really what he needs here.
Yeah, I mean, you see the potential of the pick, right? Like, isolated, just straight up winning against the Aatrox. If he had support or the rest of the map was going a different way, this is a matchup that can definitely just run away from you, literally. Yeah, currently recalling. Sees Fudge walk past him, but tanky enough now where it's not going to be a kill, just probably sending Aatrox back to base, and you're completely blind in the enemy jungle. Yeah,
that's the thing. I was thinking maybe Fudge is like, okay, like if he bases in this bush, I'm just going to face check, and then I have the boys rolling down from mid lane, but yeah, he's just going to hit the wave and is fine. Chippies, of course. Oh, okay, triple
Killer Instinct onto triple, but he's only down to half, and Gunkrab disappears from the mid lane. Here comes the Requiem, half health Miru. And he's just going down catwalk, running away from the rest of the team, but Fudge has already changed targets. Azir turret's here, though. And Mammoth will back off, but not after 2 kills. Now looking towards Baron.
Yeah, no revival for the Aatrox means that Mammoth don't want to commit to the fight, but so many peak points in the river. Fruit as well means that Fudge is going to hit half HP and AV. Are they looking to contest this one? Only 3 versus 5 members right now.
Destiny waiting in the bush. CC chain taken out by Chippies. Mammoth still committing to this Baron, though. A lot of single target damage, but Chippy's over the wall. Triple taking a lot of damage from Chenchuan. And that will be... Wait, was that the steal? Chippy's get the steal with an axe over the wall. Chenchuan walks in, allows Shock to get away. 1 Baron buff remaining. I'm not sure if we had the respawns actually from Neural Gunkrab before that. We'll see in a second. But I can't believe an axe just stole that.
Against the smite available, Super Week has just been don't do Baron.
Literally.
You lose it every single time. This is back-to-back games that AV have snuck one over the wall here, and this time not even with a smite. Axe, E does true damage, yes, but that is not the situation you want to be in. They'll find a Constellation Ocean Dragon. Miru thinking about it, but honestly, that's disastrous there for Mammoth.
Yeah, talk about a mini smite, you know, the damage from Reckless Swing. It's like, here's 260 damage. And that's enough to, beat out Miru. I mean, just straight wasn't expecting an Olaf to jump the wall there. We'll see it again. Destiny, drops here. Mammoth and just hard commit to Baron.
Because this is such a good play. Like, the hook onto Rakan takes him down, and Azir is probably the one member you want contesting the Baron, but They see the jungler is dead, not even thinking about it, and yeah, straight over the wall. Ambitious play, Fishers, and absolutely finds the mark. So Mammoth going to have to try close out with their gold lead without a Baron buff if they can. This is going to be minutes at least where AV can hold on with probable ease at this point.
Yeah, it looked like, so Chippy's led with E, and then I think there was a smite, and then was just throwing Q at a target behind Baron, and it just took Baron.
Sick.
Sick. Yeah, I'll take it. Cool. Yeah, and Gunkrab respawned in time.
Yeah.
So that's at least 2 Barons, and that's a huge deal. I mean, like, what went from a game-ending Baron play, like 2 kills mid into Baron into push, is now a big delay now. You know, AV have another 3-4 minutes.
How much time are you now giving Azir to hit that second item? Like maybe he gets towards the Zhonya's, has that extra safety. How much time are you giving the Kai'Sa to get towards the Muramana? And then even just with those 2 items alone, like yes, he will never be dealing as much damage as King this game, but they don't have a tank, right? Aatrox is it. The damage relevance will always be there for Gunkrab if he hits that mark. So yeah, it's not like Mammoth lose control of the game. They still have a 7,000 gold lead, but it's not the closeout you were looking for, and AV just been so good at hanging on this weekend.
Yeah, and just needs a little bit more to put them over the edge. You know, again, to reiterate, this game, even if AV win, doesn't matter, because later on today when they face Order, that will decide the matchup, because Order do hold the head-to-head. So Mammoth would still like the win. This would completely lock them into
Well, it matters for Mammoth,
place.
right? Yeah, it doesn't matter for AV in terms of standing, but yeah, they can be caught by bombers, so closing it out is necessary. Ooh.
Ultimate just flies on past, but Chenchuan, it just
Destiny
instantly dies there.
gets it.
Q comes across. There's Destiny in the backline. Wow! That damage from Babip. Straight up just kills Gunkrab from 40%.
Yep, no Baron, no problem. Destiny finds the mark and they have the damage to boot. Double Infernal doing wonders right now for the Karthus, and 5 versus 3 for another 30 seconds. Not much wave clear to be had other than the Azir, so Mammoth, potential end territory here, looking for double inhib right now.
It's possible. Here comes Fudge as well. Just comes in from top lane. Mirror tries to make it back to the spawn pad. Will do so, but bottom inhib is dead. Shock trying to put out the damage here. Looks like Mammoth will back away, and they have this minion wave set up in the mid lane, so this will be at least double inhibs.
Yeah, just the spec bug there, but Fudge did blow his flash to try and take down the Rek'Sai. Azir against non-Baron minions, also being able to build a turret feels nice for AV to have something to stand under and somebody to whack the waves that deals relevant damage. Chenchuan is on though.
Lands the Q once again, but now is not the time to use that.
Yeah.
And Destiny will just tank it like a boss, and Chenchuan goes down again.
Shock was recalling. Genuinely looking for a reset there. Looking for a buy, but the Nautilus goes in for the play. 0-5-1. This is a disastrous game from him again here in Mammoth. Now, maybe thinking about the end. No, safe play it is. Next Baron will be the task. Secure that one and then close out, but yeah, double inhibs is difficult.
Rule 101 of League of Legends, don't chase in. Rule 102, just because you can land the hook doesn't mean you should.
I guess it's Naut syndrome.
That's the Blitzcrank Naut syndrome, yeah.
I feel like Blitzcrank is more forgiving than Thresh Nautilus. Because they come to you.
Yeah, right.
Versus the opposite, where you go to them and it's like, hey guys.
How's it going?
I'm here to fight all of you. I didn't bring anyone as well. So, yeah, is a bit of a roughie.
Collective 0-10 in the bottom lane. It's, yeah, unfortunate game. But on the flip side, that was Death Cap just completed. And remember, Gunkrab died from 40%. So
yeah,
now this is die from 60%.
Even worse, because it somewhat becomes like exponential, right? When you're stacking like bonuses on bonuses, the Infernal, the AP from the Death Cap. Just percent on percent, and that feels a very good time.
How much AP does he have? So 80, 120, probably like 500?
Tons.
Yeah.
Is the technical term. The OPL broadcast. Literally tons.
But it's very difficult now because this is like the 2 carries, probably also including Chenchuan. It's you drop below 60%, you are dead.
Yeah, right.
Like you literally have 40% of your health bar to play with. Chippy charges the King, almost gets the Guardian Angel, but King will just straight up beat him in the 1v1.
And I like that play. I like looking for that play there. If he takes down the AD carry, then maybe Baron doesn't get taken on spawn. AV get a little bit more time, but unfortunately, too much damage. The GA would have been there as well, so ultimately does favor King at the end of the day. And Mammoth now, without Baron again, actually looking to break the last remaining inhib of AV.
Mirror getting caught here. for away, but Chenchuan once again knocked up.
Buffer.
Does manage to land the Dredge Line to terrain. But now onto this last remaining inhibitor here for AV. Mammoth will get it, and that'll be super streaming in every single lane now. Now looking towards the Baron setup.
Per wave, and they're actually just fishing over the wall. Standing still was everyone but King. Miru may have checked that one, but unfortunately AD carry moves, just walking back towards the blue pit. Do they want to start Baron on spawn? Looks like yes is going to be the answer. AV stuck very deep in their own territory right now, but actually looking for the contest. Chippies has TP, so he can make it for the fight.
I mean, this is the tiniest window where supers are outside of your base right now. As double supers are in every lane.
Destiny
But catching
gets
Chenchuan
cancelled.
once again. Here comes the Karthus ultimate. This is going to hurt. Shock taken down to 50%. Chenchuan blocking this one up. Not quite enough damage to finish off Shock, as King will flash forwards on this one. Nautilus doing what he can to keep his team alive, giving them time to run, but Babbitt's saying, all right,
Fall
where's my
back,
team?
boys. It's yeah,
I'm
time
a
for the
Baron.
Baron. Not the fight we were expecting, in all honesty. I think Aftershock was rocked there from Chenchuan and didn't get one hit by the Karthus. Varus is dealing crazy damage right now, almost one hit Shock off the back end, but Flash gets him to safety. But Mammoth, at the end of the day, they do get the objective they set up for and the bonus kills. So 12,000 gold. Only 3 kills have gone over in favor of the top side of AV here. And yeah, slight stutter step in the mid game, losing a Baron to stall this one out. But other than that, it's a pretty comprehensive game here from Mammoth.
Absolutely. And yeah, that's the play that you have to go for in the end from AV. You know, you have that small window where supers are not in your base, and you might as well go for it. Otherwise, you are just waiting for the inevitable. So if you do get a fight there into another Baron, then you prolong the game once again, you know, and then suddenly we get closer and closer to even. But not the case. Mammoth will pick up the Baron in the end, pick up themselves another Dragon as they look towards the last 2 Nexus turrets in the game, and ultimately the win on the Nexus. And multitask killed the Crab as well, 120 goals. And Mammoth are basically setting up for their final push.
Still 3 inhibs, I believe, are down. The middle one died after bot side. Can't see due to Kai'Sa portrait, but as they step away, all 6 super creeps per wave are spawning. You can see on the minimap that is incredibly difficult to deal with. Azir, pretty good. Kai'Sa, pretty good. Going to spawn a turret to do some of the work for them, but if AV are going to look for a fight, which I expect they will, it has to be very, very soon.
Yeah. It's okay when you're by yourself, but with Baron buff, exponentially harder to face down these supers as they walk in. And Mammoth are quite happy to actually sit at range and just let Triple just fire arrows at them and weaken them. Shoots out the ultimate, looks for the kill onto the Nautilus. Literally 50% of the HP from a single piercing arrow. And Mammoth are looking to finish this one off now, just waiting for the supers to do the dirty work while they push in slowly, choking AV out of this game. Take down the first Nexus turret. Shock goes into the Zonians. The rest of the team running forwards. Chippies trying to take down Triple, now in the middle of 3 Mammoth members. Gets a shutdown. He's still going. They have to kill him. But triple kill over to the Karthus. And Mammoth, comprehensive win overall, sitting at the spawn pad and trying to get the kill onto Gun Crab. There's the Requiem, and they will get the kill. King dies in the end, but pretty happy with that result, and Mammoth will take the win and lock in 2nd place.
Unfortunately for Calvin, GA doesn't proc against the fountain dive. Little trick there. He falls down. Surprised about that one, but yeah, other than the mid-game hiccup, very, very dominant performance here from Mammoth. This is 2 kind of back-to-back games. Yesterday versus Order, they looked good, and I like the style they did it with this time, right? They've gone for some interesting stuff. If you're going to blind pick a Zir, we'll match your range. We'll give you a Varus. And even against what AV can throw at them, right? This was like Chippies going back to the O-Life early game. Pressure there with the Rek'Sai. They hold fast, and yeah, they close out the W.
There you go. Would you like to do the honors for our foldy sheet here at the caster desk?
Sure. I actually, like, with Flex, but I folded this to perfection. Not gonna lie.
Good
so
fold.
I'm gonna repeat.
Fold.
But you're the origami guru, so that's kind of surprising. We're all right now. We have to fold it over here. All right, we'll get it done.
So the secret is having like a little bit of nail because it allows you to get a really sharp fold.
Oh, I have literally negative nails. That's not
negative
the way.
nails.
Negative.
Yeah.
I have negative nails.
Which is unfortunate as well, because if you happen to play piano, you want shorter nails, so your nails will be perfect.
Yeah, I got a big hand span as well, so piano would
That'd
be
be
all
great.
right. But yeah, there we go. The foldy sheet is a quarter of what it was at the start of the day. 2 games deep already, of course. That's how maths work. But yeah, Mammoth securing themselves pretty dominant victory, and AV still having another crack.
Yes, indeed. AV will be facing Order in our 4th game of the day. Next coming up will be Bomb Bombers and Direwolves. But again, obviously really good for Mammoth. Now don't have anything to look at for the rest of the day. Don't have to watch the Bombers games and be like, are they going to get that 2-0? I mean, for the purposes of will they take second place away from us? Now 0 chance. There were 2 opportunities in the 30 odd situations that we found ourselves in. So second place confirmed and looking pretty good.
Yeah.
And as I finish my sentence giving over to you, I hear we can toss interviews. I'm just going to do that. Take it away, Spawn.
Thank you so much, Richard. Just a smooth toss. I'm glad that certainly holding up Nick's end of the bargain now that he's away. I'm joined by Calvin King of Mammoth. Congratulations on the win and securing second.
It's second, so I'm not that happy,
You're not that happy with second?
Yep.
Okay, so you have to be in the gauntlet. Obviously, you guys would love to be on the opposite end of the gauntlet. But who are you eyeing off? Who is coming for you in the gauntlet? Who do you think that you're preparing for in that last stage?
Well, if Order make it, I think they can do it. They can do it again. Order can do it again, but I think Direwolves are a dark horse right now.
Yep.
They could go through the first bracket, and I think they have a good chance against Bombers. But I think, to be fair, every team that will be in the gauntlet has a good chance of meeting us in the finals of the gauntlet.
And we keep saying that this is the strongest split ever.
Yep.
Why do you think this is the strongest split ever? There's just this big lump of teams below you and Chiefs that have just been battling it out the whole split long.
I think the talent is really condensed. We've gotten rid of a lot of the not so good players. Our imports are really good now. Raze, Wilder, Mimic, they're all just really good. As opposed to the past few years, the imports were on the bottom teams, but these imports have propped mid-tier teams into top teams.
All right, cool. And obviously you have played both Avant and Order this weekend, and you've starred on them both. So congratulations. But who do you think is going to get through out of Avant and Order? Because obviously the game later today decides it.
I think Order.
Oh, is it just because I'm here? Or?
No. I think Order are really good.
Okay, thank you.
They're underrated.
I hope so. Touch wood, touch all the wood. And we have Hingers here, right?
Yep.
Do you miss Hingers?
Yes, I do. But Nick Boy was a worthy replacement for Michael.
Okay. Hingers is really intrigued by your hair.
Oh yeah. Well, what's weird about it?
No, he thinks it's great.
Oh, okay.
So can you take us the process of your hair?
The process?
Yeah. So where do you go? Give him a shout out.
Oh, there's a little Korean salon on Berkshire, I think, in Melbourne. It's called Sui Hair Salon.
Okay.
And my man there, Vix, he spent 5 hours.
5 hours?
Just bleaching my hair all day and tending to it. And he gave me some special shampoo, and you see it looks a little purple.
Yeah.
Normally this would turn blonde in 2 weeks' time, but now it's stayed a little silver, a little purple.
Is it the purple shampoo?
The purple shampoo, yeah.
Yeah, and you have to leave it in for a little bit?
Yeah. It's amazing.
And so one session, that's done in one session?
Yeah, I think it was 3 bleaches.
3 sets of peroxide through your hair?
Yep.
And is it still, can I touch it?
It's a little...
Oh, it's still alive.
Yeah.
It's not dead yet.
I mean, the service is really good. They gave me a little, what do you call it? A gown?
Yep.
And you can put your hands through. They gave me a mug of water. They offered tea and coffee, of course, but I don't drink that stuff.
Yep.
I just sat there relaxing for 5 hours on my phone.
And now you're a pretty fashionable dude.
Yes.
You wear you wear the sickest threads. You hang out with the chillest dudes.
Yep.
Is does that put you in a good headspace? If you show up and you're looking good and you're
feeling
good.
Looking good is feeling good. When I have bad skin, I don't I like to take care of my skin a lot.
Yep.
And if I feel a little moly or my skin's a little rough, I don't feel very happy with myself. So I try to keep good cosmetically.
Because you have some players on your team that are the opposite. Leo and Steven, not to call them out, but they're kind of tracksuit goblins, right?
Yeah.
Does that upset you a little bit?
No, I mean, I always try to convert people.
Yeah.
Bring them to the dark side of spending money on things that aren't to do with games.
Mm-hmm.
Chippy's was one I converted. He's been spending a lot more on clothes.
Yeah.
As of recent. And I thought Leo was there, but I can't convert anyone anymore.
Do you reckon we can so if you guys make MEO?
Yep.
I think we should try and take Leo shopping, and try and get him.
Oh, I've tried so many times,
but for MEO, come on, surely you'll agree to that.
He'll go if he wins.
If he wins MEO, so before Worlds.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
he's balling out. No, everyone's balling out if we win MEO.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that can we film that or
Oh
something?
yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
I'd want to. I would love something like that.
Well, unfortunately, I've been told this has nothing to do with League of Legends, so we have to throw
Yeah,
it to a
okay.
break. But thank you very much for the interview, and
Thank you.
congratulations on second.
Thank you.
We're going to toss to a break.
Happy to give it some time. They won't contest anything. Mid lane, though.
Yeah, flash ult route, and he's just straight up dead. Babip walks in, hits him with the skittle. Miru gets a kill in return, though, as Babip's still backing this one away, and finds a
Fine, Chippy's of course. Oh, okay, triple
Killer
though.
instinct onto triple, but he's only down to half, and Gunkrab disappears from the mid lane. Here comes the Requiem, half health Miru, and he's just going down catwalk, running away from.
Are they looking to contest this one? Only 3 versus 5 members right now.
Destiny waiting in the bush.
It's
CC
on.
chain taken out by Chippies. Mammoth still committing to this Baron, though. A lot of single target damage, but Chippies over the wall. Triple taking a lot of damage to Chance Squad. And that will be. Wait, was that the steal? Chippies get the steal with an axe over the wall. Chenchuan walks in, allows Shock to get this game. Take down the first next to the turret. Shock goes into the zone. It's the rest of the team running forward. Chippies trying to take down Triple now in the middle of 3 Mammoth members. Gets a shutdown. He's still going. They have to kill him. But Triple kill over to the Karthus. And Mammoth, comprehensive win overall, sitting at the spawn pad and trying to get the kill onto Gunkrab. There's the Requiem, and it will get the kill. King dies in the end, but pretty happy with that result. And Mammoth will take the win and lock in second place.
A little goes a long way at Macca's. Enjoy a delicious small cheeseburger meal with your choice of an apple or raspberry and custard pie for just $4.
Welcome back to the OPL, where Higgins has just destroyed Bryce's TFT
What did you do?
friend.
It's a little legend from TFT. You snapped his head off.
I thought it was like, I thought you were designing new tentacles for
No, no.
Alawi or something.
No. That's what that other one is.
Oh, right.
That's a face. It goes like this.
Oh.
It's a little snaky dude.
And
But
in my
anyway.
best Nick Boy impression, something that has nothing to do with TFT, but is all about Amateur League of Legends, is of course the OCAL. It's been run with over 200 teams having taken part so far. We're going into our final couple of weeks, so sign up for your team's chance to be a part of this year's OCAL Open Stage and win some RP. All the information's over on ost.leagueoflegends.com. Hing,
Technically, can we do a team?
we could. And I
Three of
feel
us.
That
like
has been said every time.
Yeah.
Great
But
job settling in.
serious upgrade with
Yeah.
Hing over Nick Boy.
Thank you.
That
thank
is
you.
very
I
true.
recently made it to silver and then was demoted back to bronze because my internet connection was not very good.
Okay, so you got the internet to blame. We interviewed Ayla, and I say we. I said Nick interviewed Ayla and asked for some advice, and he said, yeah, I've been watching you on MPL, and what you really need to do is just remember to use your abilities. Like, he was playing Veigar and was caging around people. He didn't get the side thing, but then he was like, at least when you cage them in, throw the rest of your buttons at them. You got to use them.
But you're a much better fit as well, because you're an 80 carry, man. You play a lot of
Oh.
80 carry.
Yep.
We've played 80 carry and support together, maybe too often.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
but
I've
it's
lost
good
you a
fun.
lot of LP.
Nah, you've gained me more LP than lost. But an interesting game. And an interesting man on the couch in Calvin.
Oh, can I say,